Former Police Minister Bheki Cele will today appear before the Ad Hoc Committee in Parliament investigating allegations of criminal infiltration, corruption and political interference in the justice system. Now, yesterday, the current Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, who is on special leave, said that he did not receive a handover report from his predecessor Bheki Cele on the political killings task team. Cele was the Minister of Police from February 2018 until June last year. But for more on those developments and, of course, what's to be expected today, we cross now live to our reporter Bulelani Phillip. Bulelani, and again, a day where semantics took center stage, immediately, not immediately, and what was that phrase that the suspended minister likes? Not necessarily. So what are we necessarily expecting today?
Well, good morning to you, Sakina, and to the viewers at home. Of course, the word immediately was the buzzword yesterday, but I guess maybe it's all in the stride of the work of the committee. A lot of semantics, as you've said, but on a more serious note, I think the testimony today by former Police Minister Bheki Cele actually gives him a chance and the right platform to respond to all the allegations of impropriety that have been leveled against him. He's called for this day. It's now here. He will be taking the stand for the next 2 days. But I'm going to revisit this point in a moment, but perhaps maybe just to reflect on some of the core issues that are expected to come out of his testimony. You'd recall that he was appointed as the Police Minister in February 2018, and that appointment coincided with the establishment of the political killings task team. And that is very significant because he's going to be able to give his account of how this political killings task team has been operating over the years. Of course, the testimony that has been put before the Ad Hoc Committee by Senzo Mchunu, who is the Police Minister who is currently on special leave, is that he felt that the political killings task team was operating illegally after 2022. And you'll recall then that former Police Minister Bheki Cele actually, finished his term as Police Minister in 2024 June. So he will have to account on whether in that period that Senzo Mchunu claims the political killings task team was operating legally, does he agree with that sentiment or not? The second issue again is that the political killings task team, according to Senzo Mchunu, its existence was being renewed on an annual basis. Hence, Senzo Mchunu came to the conclusion that given that there was no formal extension after 2022, then he felt that the unit was actually operating illegally. Then the testimony of Bheki Cele in that regard is going to be very important to actually give clarity on whether does he agree with these sentiments or not. Again, as you've pointed out in your intro, the issue of the handover from his tenure as in Bheki Cele to that of Senzo Mchunu, he will have to explain whether was there a formal handover specifically addressing the issues of the political killings task team, whether did he brief him of whether does it continue to exist, does it operate within the legal framework and the like. So those are the issues that we expect him to address. But then to come back to some of the allegations that Bheki Cele would have to answer here is that you'll recall there is this controversial 360 million contract, Medicare 24 contract, which is a company that belongs to Vusimuzi Ket Matlala, who's currently in prison. He'll have to understand, he'll have to give testimony in terms of how did he apply the rules of procurement in terms of ensuring that the processes, given the public outcry related to that contract, how did he apply himself in terms of ensuring that it follows proper channels? And linked to that, Sakina, is that Minister Bheki Cele has been linked to a luxury stay in a hotel in Pretoria which was actually booked by Matlala. So the relationship between the two will have to be explained, whether did he have any influence in terms of Mr. Matlala getting that contract or not, given that it has subsequently been seen as irregular and ever since has been actually cancelled. So those are some of the issues that former Minister Bheki Cele will have to answer. But when we come back, we'll have to delve more into some of the other issues that we expect to come out of his testimony.